What's up, guys? Had to move the tractor over a little bit. A friend of mine was mowing his grass yesterday and hit something. He never would tell me what, and he yanked the mount for the mower deck off. Bent both the blades really bad, so I'm trying to get this thing repaired back for him so he can finish cutting his grass. Looks like it's not going to be long before he's ready for a new mower deck. Might have to explain to him about preventative maintenance. Anyway, just trying to get this all squared away and done. Get that finished up for him. Looking forward to the party with the garage gang in Daytona here about 3 weeks. I've been texting with Andrew back and forth here the last few minutes about some stuff, so I'm going to jump back off here and keep welding on this, and I'll bring you back when I get done, show you what it looks like. See you in a few. Well, I got the upper side or outside or whatever you want to call it ground down and got it welded in pretty good. This stuff is super thin where it's rusted, so I'm going to try and double my chance for success. I'm going to grind all this grass and rust and stuff off the inside and go around it from the inside too, and maybe that'll hold up at least until time for him to get him another deck. Yeah, these blades are they're trying to get an angle here to show you. They're pretty well toast. The end of that one looks like a corkscrew. The other one's bent way down and it almost hits the deck. I mean, my finger doesn't even go under it. Oh wow, that was loose. He's probably stripped it. Yeah, if he gets one more mowing season out of this, he's done something. This thing has seen its better days. But I'll try and get it back into one piece for him and get it back to him, so at least maybe he can get some more mowing done before he has to change it out. So I'll bring you back when I got something else to show you. Well, it ain't pretty, but I think it'll hold. This stuff has a real tendency to burn through real fast no matter what setting I put the welder on. This stuff is so thin where it's gotten rusty, so I just have to keep chasing holes and filling it in. All this grass burning on here stinks terribly. I should have had him clean it off before he brought it over here. But I'm going to clean these welds up and then put some sort of a rust preventative paint or something on there. It's kind of a lost cause looking at the rest of it, but you know, at least the repair will hold up. I'll take a wire wheel to it and get all the slag off, and then take the grinder to it and smooth those welds up a little bit so that I make sure there's no holes in it, and try and get it treated. Then after this, I've got to go down and get the Mustang, my wife's Mustang, and put shocks on it. So I'll probably give you guys some footage of that as well. So I'll bring you back shortly. Okay, I promised everybody a test drive in the tracker, so here we go. This is going to be interesting trying to shift gears and hold the camera too, so I'm sorry for the shaky cam. I don't have a mount in here to put this thing on. Well, it's definitely shifting a lot better now that I had the flywheel turned. That thing was pretty smooth. It had a new clutch and stuff put on it right after my uncle purchased it, but they didn't turn the flywheel evidently when they put it on or changed the throwout bearing. Oh yeah, that's 100% better. I haven't learned how to shift gears again. It's been a few days since I drove it. Well, actually a couple of months. I go up the hill here. Oh, downshift. Oh yeah, that's a lot better. It's actually got a little bit of torque now. Hindsight, it's kind of funny how much more oomph this engine's got than the other one did, so that should have been an indicator to me right there that something was going on. Oh yeah, that even sounds better. Oh, it feels like on a roller coaster with me going around these hills and stuff and the camera moving. Sorry about that if I'm making anybody seasick. I'll go up here to the church above my house and around we'll head back. I got to get those shocks on that Mustang this evening. And it's getting pretty late now. It's after 6 p.m. here, so still got a couple hours of daylight left maybe. Of course, it doesn't matter under the car. I'll probably be working with a drop light anyway. Really looking forward to the garage gang party in Daytona with Andrea and Darren. It's going to be a blast. We had a wonderful time last time we were down there back in 2013. It was really fun. I really encourage all you folks that if there's any way at all you can make it, you really need to come down, meet everybody, have a good time. It's going to be a super fun deal. I'm looking forward to it. Been trying to catch up on videos lately. I got so far behind. I've been watching a few of Matt's at Shut Your Face Garage, and I've been trying to catch up on Tommy's shoe, watching him build that chopper. That's an awesome deal. I'm trying to catch up on Darren's, watching his, and I've still got several more guys to go to even think about trying to get caught up. I just hate getting so far behind. You guys take all the time and effort to make the videos and edit them and stuff, and I feel guilty if I don't watch them and at least give you a thumbs up. I try to comment on them as many as I can. Really do appreciate all you folks out there making those great videos. Very helpful. Yeah, that's a lot better. Pull this hill in third gear, see how it does. I usually have to put it down into second on the other engine, see how this one goes. Let it lug a little bit and see how we're doing. 1500 RPM and it's just pulling right up through here. Sorry if the light blew the camera out there for a minute. Show you the smile on my face, but I think I'd crash trying to do too many things at once. Temperature here has been awesome the last couple of days. It's been the mid-70s. It's supposed to be that way about all week. We actually had some frost a couple of mornings last week. The way the temperature's been fluctuating up and down. I'm really looking forward to going to Daytona. This winter wasn't as bad as last winter was, though. I'm very thankful for that. We didn't have near the below zero temperatures and freezing rain and snow like we did last winter, so I really can't complain. Of course, that's kind of how we are. You know, either too hot or too cold, ain't no pleasing us. Alrighty. Well, I made it back home in one piece, so I guess that's a positive, isn't it? I'm just glad that I let the engine run for a good while and burn all that kerosene and stuff I cleaned the exterior of the engine block and stuff with. And of course, everything I painted, it got hot and started stinking and smoking. It kind of looked like a Cheech and Chong movie when I first started it. But all that's gone now, and the smell's almost gone too. So, well, turning back in the driveway here to pick up her Mustang. So I'll try to get some footage of changing those shocks and stuff to give you guys an idea of what I'm doing here. So again, sorry for the shaky cam. I guess I'll y'all a dose of Pepto-Bismol. I'll talk to you later. See ya. Well, at least I'm working on a Mustang. Putting the rear shocks on. I got to do the front ones, but I'm waiting on the wheel hubs to come in. I got to change the bearings. I figured I'd do all that at once. This isn't too bad. They're pretty easy to get to. Right here beside the inside the brake calipers. The trunk isn't too bad either. I'm not sure if it's too dark for you to see in here or not. But that's the top of the shock mount bolt, one on each side. They're pretty easy to get to. They're actually a little easier to change than the ones in the front. It's struts in the front, so I got to pull those, pull the springs off of them, put the springs back on the new struts, and then reinstall them. and I got to take it and have the front end aligned again after I do all that. So that'll be for another day or evening or something to do here before too long. But I'll get the rest of these swapped out, and I'll bring you back when I get it done. We'll go from there. See ya. I was wondering why it looked like we had a low rider. Now I think that kind of answers the question. I took that thing out, and it's pretty well toast. And you can take and pull it up, you can push it down, and it just kind of stays there. I knew that they'd been going bad for a while. I should have changed them before now. But we'll get the new ones on the back and get that part of it taken care of, and then we'll do the front at some other time. So get these on here, and we'll go from there. See you in a few. That wasn't too bad. A couple of hours. Of course, it's dark as midnight out here now, so I figured it would be by the time I finished up. The first one was very easy, and that should have warned me that that one was going to be fun. This one, like I never got one of the lug nuts off. Finally, with a little help of the PB blaster and a little patience, it came off. I'm going to have to end up replacing that wheel stud, though. It's galled pretty bad. The nut on the top of it, let's see if I can get you in here where you can see. The passenger side was fine. I was actually able to tighten it down with a wrench without having to hold that little flats on the top of it. The other one, on the other hand, was a lot more fun. By the time I got the nut down on it, it started binding up even before I could get the wrench flats at the top of it exposed to hold it with a wrench. Not a whole lot of room to get an air wrench on it, so I was able to take the air ratchet and back it off. Then I took and scraped some of the Teflon out of the top of that lock nut so it'd go down a little bit further before it started engaging, and finally got it down far enough so I could get a hold of it with the wrench on the flats to get that thing spun in. It took me longer to tighten that one nut than it did to take all three of the other bolts off and swap the other shock and even put the tires back on. So that's part of it, though. That's the way it goes. Just now getting everything put back together and call it a night. So I'll see you guys on the next one. Y'all take it easy. Be careful.